Hi all, welcome to the next part of that session. So in the previous session, actually, we just introduced the version control, and we know that it's kind of handling different versions of document or files. So here we'll be discussing more about Git and its local Git kind of thing. So let me quickly go to that. So actually Git is introduced in 2005. So it's like it's a Git is a software, like it's a software that we have used to implement this version control system. Okay, so like there are different objectives like merging that we just told, it is like commit or merging some two branches and all. So it will increase the speed and all. So Git is basically it's a utility for this implementing version control. So it is like there are a lot of things that are related to this Git. So it is having very simple data structure and it is very normal in branch kind of thing. It is not much a difficult one, or it is something like a command line prompt itself. So it's like we'll get some installation file and we can install that. So like using that tool, we can have different kind of strategies. Like these all are like what are the inner thing, like what all Git commands we have. Git add, branch, checkout. You just asked whether in the previous session you asked no how to remove or how to like reset or revert. You can see revert here, reset is here. uh, difference is difference means the difference between two branches or the two versions or like that. So clone is one important. Clone is like we can, the copy process is called clone. So if we have one Git repository, we can clone it. That means we can clone it to our local or any machines that we need, like that. Okay. So there are different commands. Clone is one important command. Add, then commit, because we need to save it now. So we can use commit, merge to merge two branches, pull to pull the details, push to push the new changes, like that. So these are the main commands that I am seeing here. Rather than when I come to the new part, actually, yeah, this is the old software actually. This is not the new version. New version is something different, but it is like look like a bit different. This is like the user interface itself is showing an old one, but you will get like it is there for Windows, Mac, everything. It is there actually. So the main thing that we will cover is like how to work with Git. Okay, so creating a repository, adding and committing files, and the staging area, or we will call it as index. Let me go through that quickly. Creating a new repository. So for that, we need to use this command git init. So git init is to create a new repository, then repository name will be my repository. So if you need to create like that, git init, then you can mention one repository name, whatever you need. So it will create the directory, okay, in the my repository. So a directory will be created. So let's say if someone is saying you need to create a repository, you can create with the help of git init. Git space init space the repository name. So this you need to take care in the Git application. Okay, we will get that application from this thing, from internet. If you search for Git, you will get that application. So you can download it, and once it is open, you can do this. So git init my repository. So it will create the repository, whatever it is mentioned. See, you can see this git init hello world, which means initialized empty Git repository in that location. So /tmb slash in hello world, it is created. Okay, so by default .git folder will be there. Okay, and the important is .git directory contains your whole history. So like whenever whatever changes we are doing and all, everything will be stored in this. So it is mandatory. It is very careful. Be careful, like we don't lose this file. Otherwise, like we may lose the whole history. Hmm? So that is what it is. And yeah, you can ask.
No, sir. So, I mean, is this a particular software used for the version control, or are there any other softwares too?
Yeah, okay. I'll reshare my screen so that you will be able to see my thing. 1 second. Now you can see a little bit like my taskbar on you can see, no?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So you can see what I'm searching now. Git. Okay. This Git is that what I mentioned. Okay, it is basically a command prompt. If you click on here, it will open one command prompt like this. Okay, so here we can use Git init and one repository it will create like Git init, because this is my company's laptop, so I don't want to create uh, like but my repository. See, it is created now. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Because it will be
Yes,
too.
sir.
See, Git init repository. So it is initialized. So like this we can create. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If I go to this cd my repository. Okay, my repository. See, this is pointing to main branch. Okay, it is master branch, which means main branch. Okay,
Okay.
the head will be looking into major. So that's what I said. So if I go to 1 second, let me check if we have anything with me here. Volume not here. Maybe I think local disk C. Users. Networks. See, one folder is created now.
Yes, my repository.
Yeah, this is the folder. This is a directory it is created. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how you can create one repository. And this is basically a directory. Okay. So if I go here,
So let's say if we have a repository and we want to change the version control, we want to update the version control of that. So should we open that repository to Git
yeah, with the help of Git, we can update that. For example, you are saying that you need to change like one file and update,
version control?
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. We can do that. Okay.
Okay.
So if
So
you
how
are,
how can we open the repository, sir?
yeah,
Let's say if you want to update a repository, so how can we
yeah,
update
okay,
it?
okay. See, currently I was in this directory. Now I just cd change directory to my repository. You can see, no, change directory to
Yes,
my
sir.
repository. So currently in our I am in my repository folder. Okay. So if
Okay.
I click and if you have Visual Studio Code installed, just type code space dot enter. Okay.
Okay.
What it will do is like it will open the Visual Studio Code on that particular location. Background you can see, my repository.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we see.
Yeah. So you can change the files or whatever you need. Now we don't have files, but if we have files, we can change it, update it, save it,
Okay. So
whatever.
it open the Visual Studio, right, to update or to make any changes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any tools like Visual Studio, or this is a shortcut to open code dot. If you put code space dot, then Visual Studio will open. Visual Studio
Okay.
Code will open. So you can use like Notepad plus plus, Notepad or Sublime or whatever tools you can use.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that is the main thing. Yeah. So git add is like when if we need to add one files, okay, we can use git add. Git commit is to update it. So git add means we will have, for example, cdc echo, we have one file. If we put commit minus some means we are adding some comments into that. Okay, what we are doing like that. So here what we did, added file hello, right? So if we run this command git commit minus some one comment, what happens is whatever changes we did, that will be saved in that branch. Okay, you remember we called like we save the changes, right? So if we do the commit, that means we are saving that. So it will be created as a new head. Okay, so it will create a new version.
Okay.
Yeah, it is on that. And there is one another area called staging area. Staging area is like, it is intermediate area, I can call it like that. Because our repository mostly will be in GitHub or any hub or something, Azure DevOps or whatever. So everything will be there in that repository. Okay. So and we are cloning into our local system. Then we will have our that repo in our local system. Okay. So once we have that, let's say I updated the document, but I didn't commit it. Okay. So the phase the phase before committing an updated document or updating file is called staging. Okay, stage. We will call it as stage. For staging, we can call. Okay, for example, git add files means copy file into index. Index means stage. Okay, if we add the files, git add is used for stage the file, and git commit is to the file we have already staged will be saved into the new version. That's it. Okay. Now,
Okay.
yeah, this is a pictorial representation. So we are working on a file. If we run git add file one, then it will go to index. Basically, we will call it as stage. From once it is staged, then if we commit, then that file will be available as a new head. That's it. Exactly, the pictorial representation says it all. Okay, and we can update the file. Okay, we can update the file. We said no, we just update and we just did all those things. So for example, if we didn't change anything, we can do bypass also. Okay, for example, bypass means if we didn't change anything, rather than going to index staging, we can git commit, directly commit, because we didn't change anything like that. Okay. So this staging can be like ignored. And deleting, you said no. If we have one file here, we can use git rm file. What it will do, git rm will remove. So it will remove the file from the index and from the working directory. Gitting commit, you know, right? It is to save that, commit that index. Okay, so the whatever files we have in stage, it will be committed. This is one example. Git rm hello means hello is removed. Git commit minus m removed hello, which means this is a update that we did. What was the update happened? We have removed hello, that we put as a comment. So comment is basically to give an overall idea on what is happened in that particular commit. Okay. For every commit, we will get some ID. Okay. For every commit, there will be one associated unique ID. So we can access that ID also. Like we can we can use that ID to access that particular commit also. Okay. Then I think yeah, these are the another commands. Get to difference, get to different stage. Get difference is to difference to a difference between two branches, right, or two revisions we can call. Get diff staged means if we are comparing with two staged version, that is possible. Okay. I'll share all these details with my repo. Okay. So this is basically like, this is stage one working copy. Get diff means, working copy between the index, but git different stage means the last head versus the stage changes. Okay.
Okay.
Then there are some examples. Git def. This is the hello be added, hello world. These things are there. Gift if stage. These are the changes. It's just an example, like just an example of stage and all. Then the reset. You ask no. If we need, if we have some issues or we cancel the changes in the index. See, if we change and we need to reset it, it will git reset will reset. So all changes will be undone. Okay. If reverted. If we git reset, then what happens? It was changes happened will be resetted. And if it's done, git reset hard. So it will do what? It will drop all the changes that made in the index as well as in the working copy. Git reset will only delete from index like staging file, but git reset had will do both in index and working copy. Okay.
Okay.
And git checkout is to create like it is for restore a file or directory. So we can use git checkout. It will like changing, it will use the existing working copy and it will take into some another branch. So basically it is for restoring a file or something. Okay. There are a few commands.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming into other commands. Git status to show the status of that. Git show means it will show the details of the commit. Git log means it will give the log. Git mv means to rename the file. Git tag means to add some tags. That's it. These are some
Okay.
common commands that we will use. And there is one associated exercises will be there. So this I will be putting, I'll right away, I'll put this in the group so that you can take it right away. Okay. You can use it some time later also when you are testing this. Okay, I just put it in the chat. So yeah, that's all about that part. And actually, these are the main things that you need to understand. And there are other things that is related to developer part and all. Like I will share this document with you so you can also learn that. But I think this should be enough for us a basics and all.
Okay, sir. So, sir, how often are we gonna use Git in the real-time scenario?
If we are doing some changes and all, like we are creating some files and all, then we will use Git. Otherwise, if we are doing in portal and all, we will not use. Mostly Git is handled by developer team and all because they are mostly using with code. But when we are creating some Terraform files and all, then we will use sometimes.
Okay.
Because the repositories will be like they will have some repositories stored now. So to do some changes on that and all, we can use this Git.
Okay. And also, sir, can you just give me a little bit of glimpse on how exactly the workflow is gonna be there in the real-time scenario? Like, what would be the DevOps engineers' roles, particularly like the course which we have done? Like, what are we gonna deal and what tasks are we gonna get in the daily basis? I mean, can you just brief what exactly my duty would be?
Okay. On that part, I'll explain that in the next session. Okay. I'll give you an
Oh,
idea on that.
okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay then.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thanks a lot.